But get in. What a win. Massive win for Liverpool. One of our 2 games in hand. Let me know your thoughts on the game, Reds. It was a hard-earned victory at Selhurst Park. Even though we did win 7-0 last season, this is a team that has beat Manchester City already. Might that be at the Etihad as well, Red? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, your man matches, and what does this mean for Liverpool going forward in the forthcoming fixtures anyway. But it's a massive win. But we'll get straight into the analysis, really, and we'll be reading out all your comments at the back end of the show. But we'll be reading through every single one of them. Get in there, Reds. But first off, Alisson, man of the match, straight in there. We'll speak about him, won't we, Reds? But what a tremendous goalkeeper. We all love Ali, but this was a game why we brought him in to the football club all those years ago. These are why you pay all those millions for a goalkeeper. He's had a couple of mistakes this season against, obviously, Spurs when he did charge out with his goal, but today he didn't put a foot wrong, really, in relation to in between the sticks. We'll look at the great saves, but this is why we've got Ali at the football club. Moments in games. Come the end of May, if we have won the title, fair play. But these are moments within seasons that you need your goalkeepers, but most importantly, your players to step up. And when our backs were against the wall today, it was expected. They got their goal. The Selhurst crowd, it's always been a very good atmosphere, one of the best atmospheres when the ground is rocking in the Premier League. But Ali was there to be called upon. Andy Robinson, 2 quality deliveries today. And a lot has been spoken about, obviously, João Cancelo. I think Andy Robinson's got more assists in the Premier League already this season than him. So Andy's back to his flying best, our flying Scotsman anyway, down the left. But we'll go straight into the goals anyway. So Virgil van Dijk, there was so much space. I don't understand why. Obviously, there was blockers in the Crystal Palace team there anyway. But in terms of Virgil van Dijk, classic Virgil, there, bang, right in the top bin, top left-hand post, Stampage, Gaeta in between the sticks. I'm surprised he didn't start with Jack Butland. Obviously, he did play the last 2 games, Jack Butland for Crystal Palace, but the Spaniard come back in between the sticks and there was no stopping that. I think there was a Crystal Palace blocking, they more occupied on Joel Matip, and Virgil van Dijk had the whole freedom of the box, and that's the one player in the Premier League that you don't want to give a start and jump in the box. And Liverpool found themselves 1-0 up. And then we go towards the second goal, Liverpool now. Look at this delivery for Andy Robinson. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, massive shout-outs to Alex. What a tremendous... Well, we'll look at his touch in a minute. He's all seen it. But it's helped by the delivery by Andy Robinson. Ball whipped in down the left-hand flank. We as I said, top of the show, a lot has been talked about Trent's delivery this season. But Andy, if we want to win the title, we need both full-backs on top form. And Andy is back to his best. And shout out to Kostas Tsimikas when he has played this season. Andy is playing as good as he is due to, obviously, the great competition we've got at the football club. That's what we want in every area of every area of the pitch, really, instead of Liverpool starting 11. But Andy Robinson, what a delivery. And then we found Ox to very much... have I missed the... Well, you know how Ox finished that anyway. A tremendous chested down. It was difficult, but it was made easy by his control touch, and then a great finish with his weaker foot. But shout out to Ox as well. No, he doesn't really get a lot of praise from the large portions of our fan base, but when he's on top, he deserves all of it, mate, because what a delivery and what a finish. Wasn't an easy one. It was a Salah-esque touch within the penalty area. I think everyone would be ranting and raving if that was Salah. Our right wing box stepped in yet again. Not his favoured position down the right-hand flank. Obviously, there was shout to Kay Gordon to play today, and I was one of them. But Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, tremendous back-to-back performances now in the Premier League. That he's got 2 vital goals in anyway. But we'll go to, obviously, this ridiculous save by Alisson Becker. Apologies if these slides are a bit out of place, but there's no way. We'll talk about every aspect of all the screenshots anyway. moments of the game, Alisson Becker, you can see there from the freeze frame. Was it number 12 or whoever? Whoever was leading the line for Crystal Palace today, really. But split-second decision-making within games. And that was at a time where really Liverpool did have our backs against the wall, and Alisson Becker was called upon with a tremendous save. He's got milliseconds, and we're talking milliseconds, really. His reaction time, he has to get down low. But what a tremendous, tremendous save. And obviously, this is Crystal Palace's goal as well, where they did break across through our line. I think our midfield kind of did get caught out. You can see John Henson halfway line there, but fair play has to go to Crystal Palace. They counter-attack very well. Got through our line. You can nitpick a goal, but fair credit has to go to Palace. Tremendous delivery, and obviously there's the Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain freeze frame there with his goal. What a touch that is. And obviously he's got the large space down that left-hand side of the post as well. What a touch. And obviously the through ball as just before. And Joel Matip has to step up there, but there's no doubt. And you can talk about position and all that, so the cows come home, but that's a tremendous ball. Slicing Liverpool. There was only one way that ball could have went, and that's in between Virgil van Dijk and Joel Matip. You can talk about positioning, but who's asked? It's a tremendous goal. It's a tremendous goal, and you've got to applaud that lovely through ball, and then it was a lovely cut across anyway. But Alisson Becker, another moment of the game. What a save by the Brazilian anyway. Yet again, stood up well. I think obviously he's great positioning there, as we've seen throughout this season. Well, since he's come into the football club anyway. But yet again, he was in the right moment at the right time. And obviously the defence sometimes does need bailing out by the goalkeeper. But it's a whole team collective performance. And Alisson was there, strong. But this is the best of one of the saves of the season for me personally. Already, there's been quite a lot. Obviously, it was a similar save to Mendy when we played Chelsea at the Bridge, wasn't it? Top corner, Alisson-esque. He got fingertips to it, and that was a moment where if Crystal Palace did get that, then it was backs against the wall. But Alisson Becker, mate, what a save! I think if you watch that, it gets better every single time you do watch Alisson with that save. Anyway, he absolutely claws it out of the top corner of the goal anyway. He's got no right to save that, but what a tremendous goal. And obviously Liverpool getting their third due to everyone's saying a controversial penalty. No, mate. It's all the Liverpool bias in the media. That is a penalty. I'm sorry. If that was Alisson or any goalkeeper in the Premier League, he's on the 6-yard line. He's not in control of his body. He's come sliding out with his knees. And for me, a lot of the talk was, has Jota got control of the ball? Yes, he has. Look where that ball is. It's 1 yard away from his body. Is Jota's right foot is planted there. And look where Gaeta, man's getting his absolutely chops smacked off by Jota there. But we've seen Jota. He's got control of that ball, and it's the correct decision. I'm sorry if a rival fan wants to come on the video. Fair play. I'll drop you the link anyway, mate. But that is a penalty all day long. If you do not know football, if you are saying that is not a penalty, watch it in real time. Split seconds. We spoke about Alisson. Split seconds decision making there. Goalkeeper Gaeta, crazy, mate. Should have stayed on the 6-yard, well, on his line anyway in his goal. You've got Ward there, and then Jordan Ayew knows it's pen. And it's a fair, correct decision. We've been speaking about refereeing decision-making this season, and that is the correct decision. I'd be saying exactly the same if Alisson Becker had done the same mistake anyway. And our Brazilian, Dyson, what a game he had as well. But tremendous penalty. He was never missing that, was he? Had an excellent record in France for Monaco. The one penalty miss he did make for Liverpool was in the friendly, his very first game. But what a tremendous penalty. And that, Reds, caps off a fantastic result against a very difficult Crystal Palace game anyway. Yes, you can talk about the pressure that they did thrust upon us second half. Wasn't Liverpool's best second half, but that's what you need. You're not going to be playing perfect football every single second and every single moment within a 38-game Premier League season. even City, we've watched them drop 2 points. And Liverpool, hopefully we do go on to win every single game this season. But games are defined by moments and by world-class ability between the sticks, defensively as well. But it was Alisson that stepped up to get today, and it won't be the last time he steps up today, this season anyway. Man of the matches for me, easy Alisson, man of the match. Andy Robertson, tremendous delivery as we just picked out from those goals anyway. But fantastic Reds. I was made up, as I said, you're not going to be playing perfect every single second of the season. And it was the whole team, did step up in their brief moments. Second half, we needed a bit more control in the game, but who's asked? We've won the game 3-1. Happy, happy days. And we'll just have to listen to the tears of most Premier League fans on Twitter and social media, mate. You haven't got a clue. They'd be ranting and raving, it's a penalty. It's a penalty for me team. If they were on the receiving end, it's this Liverpool anti-biased that is been going around for years, mate. They can't deal with the fact Liverpool have won a football game, and it wasn't down to the penalty decision that we won the game. We won the game because of Alisson. He was in tip-top form, and regardless of the penalty, we would have still won the game 2-1 anyway. But it gets the clicks, it gets the headlines for all these media companies. So, but up to Reds, happy days. Sod you. But it's great. Liverpool get a VAR decision this season that was correct, and then rival fans have an absolute meltdown. And, up the Villa as well. They won yesterday as well. Up the Villa. Go ahead, Stevie lad. Yeah, of course. Can he get 3 points? He did yesterday. So go ahead, Stevie. We'll get to everyone's comments. Dave, yes, Jack. Get in. Absolute legend, Dave. What a win. Yes, Jacko. How are we doing, Ben? Alisson won us that game. He very much did, mate. And fingers crossed he can win us a lot more points. This is why you bring in goalkeepers of that quality to win you titles. Well, he won us the Champions League. Remember them in the Champions League final? Oof. Oh, he kept home in sun out with that game. But players have stepped up today, and it was tremendous. And I'm happy, though, Woody during the second half, Fabian. I think we all were, mate. I know hindsight is a wonderful thing. After a game of football, we can all relax now. But it wasn't relaxing watching that game, was it? I can understand but that's where Jurgen Klopp makes his money. That's where the lads did step up when the backs were against the wall. And this will give them so much confidence throughout the next couple of weeks now as well. We're through the period of AFCON when our players away at AFCON. All the best to Salah and Mane and Naby as well. Fingers crossed they can progress. But we have like a little winter break or international, whatever's happening anyway. You don't have any clue. But tremendous. We've got through this period. There was so much spoken about. I think me, Dave, everyone. I think a lot of Liverpool fans were going, "Oh, we won't get past this period," but we have with all 3 points. So, the only game that we did draw was obviously the Arsenal game in the Cup, and we've got maximum points in the Premier League, which is fantastic. And fingers crossed our lads can do well in AFCON and come back with a bit more confidence to add to the mix of this Liverpool squad. Alisson was fantastic. He very much was, mate. Ali was super today, and we were lucky to have Kelleher pushing him also. Spot on there, Al. Absolutely spot on. As I said, top of the show, mate. We spoke about Costas pushing Robinson and Kelleher as Alan's spot on there, pushing, giving Alisson all that confidence, fresh competition throughout the squad in every area. That's what we want. And the lads have stepped up. So shout out to Kelleher, as Alan said there, mate. Absolutely fantastic. Both of them probably, they are bouncing off each other in training, probably, to bring the best out of each other. Alisson was incredible. Fantastic game of football. First half was electric. Second half was very poor. But Alisson is basically Superman. Andrew, he very much is, mate. It's like having the Brazilian Jesus mountain in goal. I tell you what, mate, I love his haircut. I don't think it's his lucky haircut. I remember when he didn't cut his beard for a while. But regardless, if he rocked a skinhead next, he could pull it off because the man's absolutely fantastic anyway. But Reds, leave me your man in the matches. I know there's a lot of shouts. It's pointless anyway. It's Alisson all day. But we spoke about their consistent performances. This is great. But Reds, thank you very much for tuning in. Leave all your comments in the comment section below. If you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, whatever platform you are on. Drop a follow if you're watching on Facebook or on Twitch anyway. But if you're dropping them on late, all the comments, I will be replying to every single one of them. But Reds, Liverpool have stepped up and we have got maximum points when City have dropped. What would it mean? What it might be nothing, but you've got to be confident. We've just got to be perfect. But I know this Liverpool squad, and we all know this Liverpool squad has got the quality. It has. I tell you, believe, Red, believe. Regardless if games are shaky in the next coming weeks and months, believe in our lads because they have got the quality and we have got Jurgen Klopp at the helm. Now, Liverpool just got to focus on ourselves. As Jurgen said pre-match, you can't anticipate City dropping points within games, but we've got to focus on ourselves, and that's what we've done today. We've got maximum points and we've got our game in hands. If we can get maximum points against that, absolutely fantastic. And the Liverpool-City game in the coming weeks will be massive, but you never know. Leave that for another pre-match build-up show. But Reds, thank you very much for tuning in. Absolutely fantastic from Liverpool today. Getting all 3 points, as I said, against the Palace side that has beat City in the league already this year. But Reds, get in. I think we're 9 points behind City, but we've got a game in hand as well. But Reds, leave me your thoughts in the comment section below as well. I've loved it. Main reason, once to do a post-match, was Liverpool have won ugly in that second half. As I said, you're not going to be playing 100% straight away in every single game, but we have won ugly, and that is a sign of champions, really. But yeah, Reds, thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow for another LFC video. If there's any news breaks in terms of transfer news, Reds, I'll be here first as well, soon as. But Reds, thank you for every single one of you for the support as well, and leave me your thoughts on the game. If you've missed the live, get your thoughts in, and we'll be featuring them in tomorrow's episode as well. But Reds, have a lovely rest of your weekend. Liverpool have won. Sit back, have a bevy, have a cuppa, whatever your beverage you're having, and relax. Watch match of the day with your feet up. And if you didn't work, hope you're having a good shift anyway, or whatnot. Enjoy your rest of your Sunday, or your Sunday roast as well, whatever scran you're having. But Reds, see you tomorrow for another video. The mighty Reds, go marching on. Get in. See you later, Reds. Thank you.